Yeah, so let's continue on this one, and you can see only the three files. We have three rows has been created. Okay, and the other thing is not mandatory. Shuffle byte written total. Okay, so this is the total byte that has been written. Okay, after combining, after doing the count. Okay, so we are doing the count, so this is the total byte that has been created for this particular data. Okay, that you can see in here, this particular data. So this contains 182 byte of size, and as I told you, there were number of partitions were 200. Okay, but Spark, what it do is it just created one partition, okay, for this particular data. Okay, and other thing if you're going to see is what I wanted to show you, that okay, yeah, the physical plan. Okay, let me go here, and if I see the physical plan, so it is scanning column to row because this is Parquet, so we have to convert into the row format. Then it took the hash aggregate. Okay, I'll explain everything in later. Then exchange has happened. Hash aggregate means group by when it happened, and in the group by the exchange happened, then again the hash aggregate happened. Okay, so let's start from here. So it was reading the file, scanning the file. Okay, then this method doesn't did anything. Okay, then Spark partition by RD has been called. Hash aggregate, non-deterministic, okay, partial count. Okay, so what it did is, the hash aggregate did is it count the individual file in the data. Okay, so let's say what about this one, what we are doing is, okay, let's look at this one for partition 1. Okay, let me go back to the group by Spark partition ID. Okay, so whatever the ID we have, okay, that's why it is showing you the hash aggregate. So in one file it did the aggregation, and then in the other file it did the aggregation, and on the other side it did the aggregation. Okay, so I'm not sure if I can show you here based on the data. Just try to understand this. So it tried to create a tuple, okay, keeping partition ID as the key and value as the row. Okay, so let me go back to the SQL data frame. Okay, so with each row it has created the partition ID. Okay, so that's why we are seeing it 3, because we have 3 data and we have 3 partitions. Okay, so let me open this one. So that's why it has done the hash aggregate, and in the hash aggregate then the exchange happened. Okay, once all of the file have the partition ID as a key and row, the full row as the data as a value created in each of the file, then exchange happened. Exchange is based on the partition ID. Okay, so based on the hash partitioning has happened, and each files got shuffled. The data in the file got shuffled. Okay, so they have created a new files of around 200 files got created. Okay, with the new shuffling, and then the hash aggregate happened. Okay, in the hash aggregate the count method was getting called. Okay, so in the hash aggregate final merge count got happened. Okay, and the result got displayed like this, and then it has collected. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much for this video. We will going to see in the next video is, if we are doing the repartitioning by 5, okay, what will going to happen, because earlier we have seen that there were 8 files got created. Okay, and in the 8 files we have only 3 data. okay. I mean the data, we have got files having data which is 3 in each of the file, okay. So that means 3 files with data and the rest 5 doesn't have the data. And on the other side, after reshuffling, they have created 200 partitions, okay, and then they have grouped the partition in one file because of the count. Yeah, so we will going to see this in the next video.